Hello there, lovely people. It's Alex from Nintendo Life here, and I'm not alone. I'm joined by the ever-fabulous Felix.
Oh, thank you, Alex. No, you are the one who's ever fabulous.
Oh, get away with yourself. Anyway, enough nepotism. Oh, it's not nepotism. Anyway, enough flattery. Let's get into what we're talking about today, because yes, Nintendo very recently dropped a new trailer for The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, and they gave us no warning. Thanks, Nintendo. Not that they usually give us warning, I understand, but still.
Warning, we will be dropping a Zelda Echoes of Wisdom trailer in the near future. Be on the lookout. And all our phone starts like ringing and that, yeah. Anyway, the trailer looks good.
It looks
really
fantastic. Good. You know, sort of, I was already excited with what we saw with the previous one. If you haven't seen the trailer, we really encourage you to go and watch that now. There'll be a link in the description just for the ease of access, because it will make a lot more sense than trying to sort of look at our mishmash as we desperately try and talk about things in some sort of organized manner. But the main nub of it is that something we didn't fully realize or appreciate, maybe some people had some inkling, we don't know, is just how much DNA from Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom is in this new Zelda game. It's essentially kind of a top-down open world Zelda. And you could argue that all 2D Zeldas are open world, or at least top-down. But, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. At least you do, don't you, Felix?
I do. It looks like they're mashing together Link's Awakening, like the remake, and then but what if we had elements from Tears of the Kingdom? And that's just really, really cool. I mean, watching throughout this trailer, we talked about this in private, but it was there's so many instances where it was like, oh my god, look, the menu, the mission thing, it's Breath of the Wild, what?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
It
really,
is.
Really nice.
Felix!
What?
Oh, I was looking at Gerudo Town because I was like, oh, sort of Gerudo Town looks very, I thought that would be a good example. And I've just seen, look what's on the roof on the left. I've just sent you a picture.
Okay.
There's a little cat. Oh, that's adorable. We don't get many cats in Zelda games. We had them in, like, Twilight Princess. But there aren't that many, all things considered. Big up cat representation.
There's dogs.
Yeah.
But no cats. That's awesome.
There you go, 10 out of 10.
Spotted.
Sorted. You don't even need a review. But yes, my original point, Gerudo Town is, whilst it's not identical to Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, my god, there's so much inspiration drawn from there. It is so much more that than, like, Ocarina of Time, for example, where it was a very different environment, and the Gerudo themselves seem friendly. And you won't even have to dress up to get in this time.
That's true.
That was the first thing I thought when I saw that bit. I was like, I won't have to dress up. I'm already ladylike. But it just looks fantastic. I didn't know this is what I wanted until I've just seen the melon as well. There's a melon that looks...
Oh, I remember the melon side quest from Breath of the Wild where you have to go up in the rivers and...
Oh, no, it's not that kind of melon, though. It's much more Link's Awakening. There's a melon in Link's Awakening.
Fair enough.
And it's the spit of that.
When the game was announced, I was reasonably excited. I thought, hey, cool. I'll need to play Link's Awakening first, and then I'll play this. It looks great. But this new trailer... we'll get to like the new mechanics they showed off, but my god, the way that the two like main mechanics interact, it looks so fun. It looks like it's going to break the game, but it looks much more manageable than it was in Tears of the Kingdom, which is really exciting because I know that I and a lot of other people might have gotten a bit overwhelmed because Tears of the Kingdom, holy moly, that was insane.
There was so much you could do with Tears of the Kingdom that it was, don't get me wrong, it was phenomenal. But it is also quite daunting to go, it's like, you can do anything. And it's like, well, what do I do?
Anything?
It's the agony of choice. Whereas here, it seems like there are reasonably straightforward solutions to most things, which you could argue there was in Tears of the Kingdom as well. But, I think it's even more sort of like approachable. I think
Yeah.
I think you're right that some people, I wouldn't say that I was personally, but I'm quite technically minded. I love fiddling around with things. It's the old, Banjo-Kazooie nuts and bolts memories coming back. But like I love diving in and like making the little bitty beep. But this is like really streamlined and it's really cool.
Oh, the different environments also.
Oh,
Jabal Waters.
Jabal
Looks
Waters.
Incredible.
I love the naming conventions they're doing. This is a callback, no doubt, to Lord Jabu Jabu from Ocarina of Time, which no doubt you're familiar with, but also Jabun from Wind Waker, which you haven't played Wind Waker yet, have you?
I've not played Wind Waker yet, no.
You need a Wii U.
Yeah, I just need them to port the damn game, please. No, it's just really cool to see the two different kinds of Sora. So there's like the sea Sora and the land Sora. I'm not too familiar with the other
river
kind.
and ocean or sea. I don't know. I can never remember.
Well, you can see I'm not very familiar with the other kind. I just know the Breath of the Wild Sora, and there's that.
Yeah.
Also the Ocarina of Time Sora. But they look pretty similar.
I don't think I think they just originally intended to like redesign them, but they've kind of embraced the fact that they are so different. Hey, and someone's probably going to correct me in the comments and say, in Hyrule Historia, and then explain it. But it's really cool to see them come together and kind of clash. It does raise the question, why were the so-called Ocean Zora or Sea Zora, why were they in Zora's Domain in Ocarina of Time? That was freshwater, but let's not split hairs, okay? One thing that I also...
Good points.
It was weird that they made such a big point of it, but they were like, hey, you can fast travel, and it's like, I flippin' hope I'd be able to. But one thing that I really like is that the fast travel points, I don't know, have you played Pikmin 4, Felix?
I've played Pikmin 4. Yes, they do look like like the new type of Pikmin, right?
Yeah, they look like luminals.
Exactly. No, that's a great spot. I did not make that connection. I was all in Zelda mode. Pikmin was all the way at the back of my mind, not really getting any attention, which is a shame.
Pikmin's never at the back of my mind, son.
No, they actually look very similar. Even like the little companion you have looked like the little Luma Pikmin.
Yeah, like the different sort of sized eyes and everything. It's by no means uncanny, but there's definitely some similarity going on there. It's cool. I like it. Also, can we talk about Faron? Again, this is another thing they're really bringing in so much. Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom stuff, like the Faron wetlands. Faron's a reasonably new region, but they're embracing it here, and it really looks like it did in Breath of the Wild / Tears of the Kingdom, but it's all Deku Scrubs. It's not Zonai, it's Deku Scrubs. Maybe the Zonai are Deku Scrubs.
No, I'm so glad that I finally played Ocarina of Time, and I'm playing Majora's Mask now just to be able to appreciate these little nice creatures, because before I'd probably be like, huh? Well, now it is just, oh my god, look, it's the little dudes and
it's the little guys.
So nice. Yes,
they're brilliant. I love the Deku Scrubs. It's been too long since we've had them in a mainline game, I feel. They're brilliant. I love the one with the mohawk as well. That's great stuff.
Also, I know this. I saw this in the comments of the trailer itself, but a lot of people were talking about like the Goron, like the rock delicacy, and saying you probably should need that. And then Link is like, "Well, watch me," and because in Breath of the Wild, that's what happens. And we'll see if we can still do that. Anyway, Alex, we have to talk about the new reveal of Bind, and probably the coolest thing, how well it works. Well, I don't know, I've not played the game, but it looks to be working really well together with the other mechanic that we previously knew, being like summoning echoes. And it's just so cool how many possibilities this makes.
Yeah, you can. It's really cool that you can bind Zelda to an object and then the object moves with Zelda. Or you can reverse bind and then Zelda moves with the object, and we see it with things like a sort of a rolling armadillo type thing. Also a gull, so you're going to be able to fly. They're probably going to go around in a circle, I imagine, so it's not to be too broken. But even so, it's so cool, and there's so many opportunities. You see a moblin just being dropped. I think it's a moblin anyway, just being dropped off a cliff, and it's just it feels very Ultra Hand, but at the same time kind of simpler. but also kind of more open in other ways. It's really cool.
It is unbelievably awesome. It is here where I really opened my eyes and was like, this is going to be very special. So, yeah, I'm hyped.
I'm so
before
hyped.
I was intrigued.
Yeah,
and now September can't come soon enough. I mean, what was I expecting? It's the Zelda team. They make very good games, and haven't let me down yet. So I don't imagine this will be where they start, because looks really nice. Oh, in the end, Alex, where you go down into the Shadow Realm. Looks very, very brilliant. I feel like a lot of the powers are very overpowered. How you can also just bind the enemy and then just drop them off the cliff. And it's like, oh, okay. Doesn't matter how strong you are. I can just pick you up. Poof.
I do hope there's going to be a hero mode available from the start as well, because I love hero mode.
No, that would be really cool. I mean, I am curious to see if you can even find hearts in the wild, because they talk about the smoothie section about with like the business scrub. Is that the only place where you can get health? I imagine
maybe,
it will be, but I'm not sure.
It may be that the smoothies give you benefits. Hang on a minute, I'm going to scrub through and find it. Hold, please.
Scrub.
Okay, it appears that you're going to be able to get bonuses and things like that, like resistance to fire and resistance to electricity. And it may well be that in Gerudo Desert, there may be areas where it gets so hot you need a smoothie to cool down. Maybe made from melons?
Yeah, that might be.
It's a possibility.
I also really like how, different accessories is also in this game. I know this has been
like the Zora
Zelda
flippers
games.
and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So you can swim a bit faster. And maybe you don't even need the potions. You just need a little Gerudo scarf or something, and then you can withstand the scorching hotness.
Maybe. That may not even be an element, although I have just frozen on a screen that shows that I'm fairly certain you can find hearts, like out in the wild. The Breath of the Wild. No, because there's the heart pin, and they make hearts appear more often.
Well, nice spotted. Nice. Alex, we're going to need a video of you going through the entire trailer bit by bit. There's so much you're spotting.
Heavens to Betsy, I couldn't possibly have already considered that notion and discussed it with you earlier. There's a little teaser for the rest of the week, perhaps. There's still so much to go through, but Felix, I'm 100% with you. I was excited and intrigued before, but now I'm like, oh my god, this is going to be fantastic. Like, so many different Zelda worlds colliding with this. I imagine some people are going to be a bit disappointed that it's not more quote-unquote traditional, but I suppose they would have already got that notion from the original trailer.
Yes. It is exciting to see, like, will you be able to tackle this game in any, like, or can you go to just the kingdom that you want, or is there, like, a specific order? I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
Given the abilities, I don't know how they can lock you out. unless they're, like, blocked off using that, like, that sort of, like, purple goo field that seems to be affecting everything. It's probably not goo.
Probably be that. I'm not sure. Might also be, like, the different items that you have at hand. Maybe you need a certain item to be able to progress.
Maybe.
I don't know. It seems like you can just stack the beds on top of each other. You can get over every obstacle.
Yeah.
So.
There's no doubt going to be a thing, I'm sure, with Echoes where you can spawn. Hey, you can start off and you can spawn 2 things, and then you get upgrades down the line and you're able to spawn more and more. So yeah, you can stack beds one on top of another, but if you're at Tall Cliff, you can only stack 2. That's not going to be enough.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how they tackle it, because it seems like it could become a problem, but I'm pretty sure that it won't be.
I'm dead excited about this. I think we've made that abundantly clear, but
yeah,
I needed to say it again anyway. Anyway, let us know what you think of the trailer in the comments down below. Do you think that, this is looking fantastic? Or do you think, no, I don't need a lanternfish to light my way underwater? Let us know with a comment down below. But thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, then why don't you bind with that subscribe button and drag it around wherever you go. Why not? And be sure to check out NintendoLife.com for all sorts of lovely Nintendo-related content. Thank you again for watching. Bye-bye.
Wisdom, wisdom, wisdom. Wisdom, wisdom, wisdom. It was the echoes of wisdom.